Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kindland Report. I'm your host, Leon Bibb. You know, nowadays, politics seems so polarized sometimes and divisive that the idea of kindness in the political arena would seem near impossible. But there are political leaders who have and continue to defy that stereotype, and indeed, they lead with kindness in both their personal and in their political lives. With me today is the president of Cleveland City Council, Blaine Griffin, who's going to talk a little bit about kindness and how it fits into his political life and into his personal life. Many thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me, Lee.
Mr. Council President Blaine Griffin. It would seem to a lot of people that we are in a period where kindness has gone out the door, especially when it comes to politics. Speak to that a little bit.
Well, you know, we live in an extremely polarized society, especially at the national level, where we've seen, and it's actually originated with the rise of the Tea Party and then the ultra-left wing of the Democratic Party. These ideals were like extremes on both sides. And what people seem to have lost is the middle ground. So it's created a pretty toxic environment that has seeped down to the state level and the local level. And it's really unfortunate because at the end of the day, I think what the people of this community really want to see is they really just want to see people to get stuff done.
Can you weave that kind philosophy into the tough business of governing?
Well, first of all, you have to, because you can't serve who you disdain. I think it was Benjamin Franklin who once said that nobody cares what you know unless they know that you care. And I will tell you that, you know, you have to be kind. You have to be patient. You're not dealing with a kind world. So sometimes it's difficult, but those people need to see somebody who cares and somebody who's kind to them and somebody who's a listening ear.
Your office is in Cleveland City Council, Cleveland City Hall is just down the hallway from the office of the mayor. Can the two of you work together in a kind way for the benefit of the entire city?
We have worked well together. And what I will tell you is that there's always going to be some level of healthy tension. We can disagree without being disagreeable.
When did you realize that this was part of who you are?
I would have to say my 100-year-old grandmother, and she had always been a person who welcomed everyone. My grandmother was the type of person that was kind to everyone, and she embraced everyone, no matter what station of life you were in. And that trickled down through the entire family, really treating people with the level of respect and dignity. That just came from family values.
Can you be both kind and tough at the same time?
You have to be tough. People want to see a fighter. Some folks that unfortunately use the political stage in order to talk tough and say asinine things. But then if you really look behind the veneer, they're not getting anything done. So just shouting and being mean and being tough is not all to it. But people do want to see a fighter.
Can we bring that kind of camaraderie back, even from two political venues, two political areas?
Governor Rhodes used to have a saying that says that I never let somebody make me so angry that I can't get up and have breakfast with them in the morning. So a lot of people try to live by that principle, that you don't hold grudges. We live in a society where we have what I call everybody gets a trophy society. So there's a lot of entitlement that people have in our society right now. And this is where I'm getting a little bit philosophical. And because people have that entitlement, people have forgotten how to compete and how to, go out there and try to give it your all. But then after someone wins or someone loses, how do you become friends and how do you move on? That's the kind of spirit that we're missing, that are basic things that we're missing even at basic young ages right now.
My 9-year-old grandson is on a baseball team, little league baseball team. These are all 9-year-old boys. And when they play a game against the other team in their league, no matter who wins, at the end of it, the two lines have to get up and shake hands. We could learn a great deal from the 9-year-old kids, couldn't we?
And that's my point. When you learn things like that at that age, it teaches you how to be civil and cordial in this phase in life. The best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. So we have to start with young people. And that's why I like what Kindland does with some of the kids in schools, because it teaches those principles early.
We'll put a crystal ball in front of you, an imaginary crystal ball. Look into your crystal ball. What do you see in the future when it comes to kindness? I mean, we seem to be trying to get back to some things that maybe we've lost. Can we get back to some of those kind ways in our world?
Leon, I'm a forever optimist, but looking inside of that crystal ball that you placed in front of me, it's a little cloudy right now. And it's going to take effort to be kind. It's going to take effort to be a kind city. Right now, as I stated, people are very frustrated. Multimedia outlets that inundate you with just so much negative energy and negative stuff. It's cloudy. This is the honest to goodness truth. I wake up every morning and I ask myself a question. Am I here to help somebody? Am I here to try to make my community better? Because if that is not my mission when I wake up in the morning, then I stand a chance of doing harm to people, because I have to make decisions about people's life every day.
Did you think about that when you raised your right hand and took that oath of office?
Absolutely. It's an awesome responsibility to be an elected official. When you're a council person, you're responsible for anywhere between 22 to 26,000 people. It's an awesome responsibility, and you have to have some level of kindness in your heart in order to wake up every day and give it your all.
As the council president, you can set the tone, can't you?
You definitely set the tone, and I will tell you that I've had to diffuse a lot of things with colleagues because, you know, of how I come into the room and bring a calm demeanor and not allow myself to escalate, allow the situation to escalate, but how can I de-escalate some of these situations?
Give me a final thought on the importance of kindness.
We have to reflect kindness. We have to really make sure that other people see it emanate from us. I live in a neighborhood that I call a Dickensian model of a neighborhood. It's pretty wealthy, affluent people to the east, and then to the west, there's some of the most impoverished neighborhoods and the lowest life expectancy in Cuyahoga County. I never left that neighborhood, although my wife and me could have left a long time ago with our children. We had the means to leave. But I never left, and we never left, because we wanted to be examples of kindness and wanted to make sure that we showed people that we weren't trying to run away from our community. Those are the kind of things that kindness can do, and a reflection of kindness when you have people embedded in neighborhoods where people don't often see that. I really hope that this is infectious throughout the city of Cleveland, but it's work. I don't sugarcoat it at all, because we are dealing with headwinds of people who are angry, frustrated, and we really have to do our part. Everybody has to do their part.
But what your grandmother taught you when you were growing up, it still works.
Thank you, Mr. Bibb.
My pleasure. We've been talking with Blaine Griffin, who is the council president of the Cleveland City Council, leading the legislative branch of the big city of Cleveland, Ohio. We appreciate his being with us to talk about kindness, talking about how it impacts his life, both politically and personally. That's going to do it for me. This is the Kindland Report. I'm Leon Bibb.